Mark. I'm Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. So, your name's Mark, I hear.
Yeah.
So, Mark, what brings you here today?
Well, I got a little trouble at work, and I thought it'd be a good idea for me to come over here.
What was it that happened at work?
I got in a little bit of an accident at work.
So, you got into an accident at work, and what did they say happened?
Well, I work this crane, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to lower this beam from the top of the building, and I kind of took off top of the building.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the crane was malfunctioning.
The crane was malfunctioning.
Okay, so I malfunctioned and the crane happened to be with me. So.
Oh, no. So what was it that you did that made you malfunction? And
Well, I was lighting something, and well, this is the situation. You can smoke in the crane.
okay.
Yeah, so I was smoking, and I just happened to hit the wrong lever, and the crane, the beam just knocked off part of the top of it. But there was nobody on that floor, so.
So you were inside of the crane at your work, and you were smoking something, and it distracted you, and so you ended up causing a lot of property damage.
A lot of damage.
And so what did your boss say about it?
Well, when I finally got out back down to the ground, he just kind of looked at me and asked me what was going on. I told him it was just an accident. And he was kind of saying, well, it's not the first time I had an accident like that. He was kind of upset. And he told me maybe I should go seek some help. And then later they said they were going to fire me or something like that. But see, I'm with the union, so the union they had to give me a chance to get this assessment.
Sure. Okay, so it's your boss that wanted you to come here today.
Yeah, I think he's got it out for me.
Okay, so, but you've had accidents at work before.
Yes, I've had plenty of accidents at work before.
So, what was it about, I mean, like, what was the circumstances around these other accidents that you've had at work?
The circumstances around the other accidents? Usually I'm just real tired, or a lot of things going through my mind sometimes, and it just, accidents happen.
Okay, so let's focus on the most recent accident. Your boss, so you had this major accident and destroyed a lot of property, which I'm sure cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he wants you to come here to get an assessment, and this is so that you can get your job saved through the union.
Right.
Okay, so what happens if you don't get this assessment done?
If I don't get this assessment done, then I'll probably lose my job. The union probably won't be too happy for me if I don't get the assessment, so I'll probably let go from the union, and it'll be kind of hard for me to find a job with my accident history happening right now.
So it sounds like working for the union is important to you.
It is kind of important for me. I mean, it helps me pay all my bills, my way of living.
And it sounds like if, because you work for a union, it would make it difficult for you to get other jobs in the same field in the future if you had this kind of stuff on your record without it being worked on.
Right. I mean, it's already the incident's already on the report, so basically I just got to keep from having these incidents.
Okay, so your job is important to you.
It is important.
So you can pay your bills and have a way to, make a living.
Yes, very important.
Okay, so, during the time that you were inside the crane smoking something, what exactly were you smoking?
Well, I was smoking crack.
You were smoking crack?
Yeah, that's why they kind of sent me to a drug and alcohol assessment.
And so did they know it was crack? Or?
Well, yeah, because the pipe broke. Because, the incident, I was trying to fidget in around, and there's all kind of pieces of broken glass in there, and I got most of it up.
Okay, so do you think that you have a problem with drugs?
No.
No, you don't think you have a problem with drugs, but you're here because you want to keep your job.
Yes.
Okay. So we know that if you don't come here for this evaluation today, there's a possibility you can lose your job. And So how do you feel about that? You know, that you have to come here for an evaluation for smoking crack at work and damaging a lot of property.
I'm feeling kind of targeted, actually.
You feel targeted.
Yeah,
So
I think they're trying to get me.
now, why would they try to get you?
Well, I mean, I know it kind of sounds like it's a pity party, but that's just how I feel.
Well, okay, so I hear you saying that you feel like you're being singled out.
Yes.
Okay. So, but I'm just trying to figure out why you think that they're singling you out. Like, what is it that they're doing that's making you think that they're singling you out?
Well, I had to come to this assessment.
Okay.
I mean, the crane guide, the guy that guides the crane, I don't see him on here.
Okay. So you don't think it has anything to do with you smoking crack?
Well, I mean, that has something to do with it. If the rock wouldn't have fell out the pipe and I had to look for it, I probably wouldn't have wrecked the top of that building. But accidents happen.
So the main reason that you're here is because they believe that you might have a drug problem.
They do. Thank you for saying that. They think that I do.
Okay. So you use cocaine. Do you use any other drugs?
No.
But this isn't the first time that you've had an accident at work.
Yeah, but we don't have to get into the other times right now. We just got to work with this one.
I know. Just checking. Okay, so it basically, so you're here today. So you're here today because your employer wanted you to come in and get an evaluation,
Right.
which you think is unfounded. And you're feeling frustrated and targeted
I am.
about the situation. But you damaged a lot of property at work, and your boss says that if you don't get the evaluation, you could lose your job. But your job's important to you for a way of making a living, and so, but you just believe that you're here because of them, but it doesn't have anything to do with you having a drug problem.
At the moment, yes.
Okay. So how are you feeling aside from, what you've already told me about this interview so far?
I'm feeling fine. Maybe I should schedule another appointment with you and we can talk about the rest later.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks. I'm trying to go for too much. Want me to do one with you?
Wait, it's still recording.